Welcome back to Clubit TV. My name is Jared. Now today we are going to be playing a deck building game with the Harry Potter theme to it. So we're going to be playing Harry Potter the deck builder, with including the expansion as well. We're going to be showing you how we play it whilst we are playing it as well. So come and join me at the table, and in another video we're going to be telling you what we think of the game too. Hello and welcome to the wonderful world of Harry Potter. Hogwarts Battle. This is a deck building game. So we're basically starting with our base cards, and we're going to be buying some more better cards later on in order to fight the villains. Now I've mixed this in with some of the expansion stuff. So just so you're aware, I'm playing with Luna, who you can only get from the expansion. You're playing with Harry Potter.
HP himself.
We're also playing with our abilities. We're playing with the Patronus for each one. So Luna's got a Rabbit Patronus, and I'll explain her abilities a little bit later on.
I've got a Stag.
You've got the Stag Patronus. I think from the base game I'm playing with, just because there's so many cards, if you add everything, I'm thinning it out a little bit. We're adding years 1, 2 and 3, and I think I've added something like box 2 or box 3 in here as well for extra cards. I'm not sure, I can't remember. And then the Dark Arts cards I'm playing with definitely game 1 and game 2, game 3, and then I think box 2 and box 3, just if you wanted to try and replicate it. Villains, you'll see exactly which villains and creatures. Creatures are a new thing from the expansion. You'll see exactly which villains and creatures we come up against whilst we're playing. The location we're going up against is box 2. So we start off at the
DA classroom.
Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom, the castle hallways, and the Whomping Willow. Essentially what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to replicate year 3 of the Harry Potter books or film, depending on which ones you prefer the most. So let's get going. So to start off, we take 5 of our starting cards. We will play those 5 cards.
Are you going to go first?
Discard and then draw back up to 5 again.
Just for the record, I've never played this
You've
game.
never played before. Basically, we will be attacking the villains. Now, you can go full hog and actually have all 3 villain spaces taken up. You take quite a beating that way, and it's a much harder game. So I'm just going to have 2 villains out at a time. So the first thing before anything happens, before you play any cards in this one, is you resolve a Dark Arts event.
Okay.
Now, because we are the first location, it says just draw 1 Dark Arts event. But if we start losing these locations to the villains, then they start ramping up, and you draw more and more.
I suppose this
Dark
is
Arts.
these skull, which I take.
The skulls are basically
tokens.
the bad guys taking over
Right.
those locations. So we want to try and prevent that where we can.
So we've got Draco Malfoy and a Dementor.
Exactly. So the first Dark Arts card is.
I'm also not a Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to be a Harry Potter
No,
fan
I'm just
to
saying that for the
appreciate
record. It's so that people actually understand that I'm not an HP fan. I've never played this game before, so I'm seeing this game
We're gonna convert him.
I'm playing this game like somebody who's never come to the table before.
That's fine. So when it talks about the active hero, it's talking about the person who's currently having their turn. So you said that you want me to be the starting player, just so you can see my turn and what it looks like. So I am currently the active hero. So this Dark Arts card says, active hero loses 1 health. And also during my turn, I cannot assign more than 1 lightning, which is our main way of attacking the villains. I can't assign more than 1 lightning bolt to each villain this particular turn. Now, some of the creatures, you won't attack them with lightning. This one you will do. But some of the creatures, you'll be throwing coins at their heads instead, apparently. No, it's like a way of like bribing them or whatever it is. So yeah, it just mixes it up a little bit. So
I think you can do damage to these guys gradually.
Yes, so this is different to other deck builders, particularly things like Marvel Legendary, where you only have that attack that round and that's it. If you don't have enough, you can't attack. This one is you assign whatever lightning you want to the villains.
So
it stays put and it gradually you start to weaken them until they're completely defeated.
Okay.
The only thing you on your own player mat is you can't actually carry over, you can't reserve any coins or lightning bolt until the next turn. You may get given some by other players, which is absolutely fine. You can take lightning and coins from other players, but at the end of your turn, any surplus stuff, if it's not used up, will just disappear.
Okay.
Okay, so my first 5 cards, most of them are spells, and they're all the same type. They are gain one coin for each of these 4. So I've now currently got.
That won't be in the shot.
Okay. I've currently got 4 coins from these cards, so they'll go into my discard pile. And I've also got a lion hat. Thanks, Luna. I gain a coin. And if another hero has a broom or Quidditch gear in their hand of cards...
I have a broom.
You have a broom, fantastic. I also gain a lightning bolt. So thanks, Luna. I'm going to sign 1 lightning bolt. Oh, bugger. Do you know what I didn't do?
What?
We did the dark arts. We didn't do what the bad text is on the villains. Sorry about that, people. Let's rewind.
Each time one of these tokens...
So Draco's one is every time a skull is added onto the location,
we lose 2 life.
lose 2 health. And the Dementor
loses 2 life.
makes us lose 2 health outright anyway.
Oh dear.
For the active hero. So I'm actually down to 3 health. So carrying on. Back to
No,
where we were.
you lost 3 health, you mean you're not down to 3 health.
No, true. So I have now got...
If we were down to 3 health, we were really scared.
I'm down by 3 health. I've got 5 coins and 1 lightning bolt. I want to target this Dementor because each of us losing 2 health every single time we have a turn is bad.
Right.
And now I've got 5 coins to spend on buying better cards, which will go straight into my discard pile and eventually will turn up in my draw pile later on in the game. So let's do... Dobby's pretty good because he's really good at removing the skulls from the location, and so I think that would be a really good way to try and stop us from the game getting out of hand.
Anything else you can do? No.
That is it for me. I did have a spare coin, so because Dobby was only 4 coins, so that's gone to
right. I got Hedwig.
So hang on, before anything of that happens, we do the Dark Arts card. Active hero loses 1 health, and we add a skull to a location. And that is why I bought Dobby, because we can start getting shot then. Every time a skull is added to the location, the active hero, which is yourself at the moment, loses 2 health, and then the Dementor makes you lose 2 health as well.
Oh, I'm really badly down.
And the good thing is you don't actually die in this, you just get stunned. I'm assuming you just go to Madame Pomfroy to get healed back up again. But at the bottom of this, it does say every time you do get stunned, you lose half your cards, and you also add an extra skull to the location. So.
I got the Cloak of Invisibility. That says I gain 1 of these for starters.
Gain a coin.
But you can't lose more than 1 health from each Dark Art event or villain. So I would only lose 1 from Malfoy.
And only 1 from the Dementor. So that's not too bad.
Yeah, so I'm only down to 7, which is what you're at.
You've done some pretty good cloaking.
Yes, good old Cloak of Invisibility. And so I've got Cloak of Invisibility. I've got this card.
Do you get another coin?
I get another 2 more coins because I've got 2 of those. And I've got so I've gained a firebolt for Hedwig, and I gain 1 for this. If you defeat a villain, also gain 1 more. So I've got 3 to buy.
3 coins. So I've put them into price order up here, so it's a bit easy to see. So the only one you could afford would be that one.
So that goes in my discard pile. And I can do 2 damage, so if we're going to go for knocking this Dementor out.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no restrictions now on how many items you can assign.
These go into my discard pile and I draw back up.
Now we've all got our own abilities. Luna's one is that if throughout her turn, if she draws an extra card, the first time she draws an extra card, I get to choose out of the 2 of us who gets an extra 2 health.
Right. If each time one of these tokens is removed, from the location. All heroes gain 1 life, which is useful.
Fantastic.
Oh, I've got all spells this turn.
Luna's Patronus also is that if she discards and doesn't use one of the red spells, any spell, I can instead roll the blue die, and that will either give us an extra card, a lightning, a health, a coin. But this one, the blue die is weighted more towards drawing extra cards. So
Okay. Which is always a good thing in deck builders.
it is.
Okay.
So my turn. So Dark Arts card. All heroes lose 1 health. All heroes lose 1 health. And we cannot draw any extra cards this turn.
So there'll be no point using that die.
No. No skulls have been added, so Draco's ability doesn't happen, but I do lose 2 health from the Dementors. I've got...
We're knocking you down really quickly.
I've got 3 Aloha Moras, that's 3 coins. I've got Spectre Specs. I gain a coin, but also I can reveal the top Dark Arts event, choose one and put it back on top or discard it. So yeah, so basically I reveal the top one and I can either discard it straight away or I can put it back on top. Now this one would happen on your turn if we left it on top, and you would lose 2 health. Now we can either discard it because it's pretty bad, or we can say yes, we're willing for you to take the hit and I put it back on top.
Well, I will leave it your judgment because...
I will. That's a pretty nasty one of all the types of things. Losing 2 health, that's a lot of health.
Yeah.
So we'll get rid of it for now.
Okay.
And then my last card is the Crumpled Horned Snorkack. I get to choose either to gain a lightning or gain 2 health. 2 health is tempting, but I really want to whack the Dementor.
Well, I can't do any whacking next turn.
Yeah, so let's start whacking. So I'm doing a lightning. I've got 4 coins to spend. Not
many attacking spells there, are there?
These ones are gain lightnings. That one's gain lightning.
Right, it's my turn. So
yeah, I'm spending my 4 coins.
Yeah.
Hang on. So I'm buying Agreed. And the new card to replace it is going to be that one. Dark Arts card for yourself. What have you got? All heroes, choose one. Discard an item, which is a yellow type of card.
I haven't got any.
Or you lose 2 health. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do have an item. I think I will discard it so that I don't take the beating. No skulls have been added, so Draco's ability doesn't happen. But the Dementor does make you lose 2.
So I'm down to 2 health. Right, I've got all...
Wow, 5 coins.
5 coins.
You can buy any of these 3. That one's 2 lightning. That one's a lightning, and you remove a skull, which is good because it would also trigger your own ability.
Right.
And then we've got this one, which is just gain 2 coins and draw a card. Oh, doorbell.
Okay, so I'll take that.
Yeah. I lose 2 health. Draco's thing doesn't happen, and then I lose a further 2 health because of the Dementor.
So I've run out of cards, so I need to shuffle my discard pile.
Now I've been stunned. The Dementor unfortunately stunned me, so I have to discard half of my cards, which is rubbish.
When another hero is about to be stunned, you may discard a spell or lose 2 life. If you do, instead of being stunned, that hero's health to 2. Set that hero's health to 2, and that hero cannot lose any more this turn.
Tempting.
That's my...
But it all depends on you having a spell, which is quite likely in your hand in the first
Well, let's have a look. I've got all spells.
Now, did you want to lose one in order to prevent me from...
You may discard a spell.
Or lose 2 health, which you don't want to do.
Yeah, so I lose a spell.
Okay, thank you. I am still in the running, so we're not stunned.
But it also means... Did you turn over Dark Arts card?
Yes, I did, yeah.
Oh, that was another one.
Yeah.
So it just says, instead of being stunned, your hero's health is to 2. And that hero cannot lose any more life this turn.
Hooray!
Which is good. Because otherwise you'd go...
Okay, so I've got 3 coins and a lightning, which I guess I'm sending it on to. Also, Rubius Hagrid means that all heroes gain a heart. So I'm up to 3. I've got 3 coins.
They just love Hagrid.
Agreed. I'm going to start getting things that give us health. So I've got a spare coin which I can't use at all, so that's gone to waste. Your turn. Draw
Okay.
a Dark Arts card.
Active hero loses 1 life and discards a card. Oh, that's not good.
Merde. And then Draco's ability doesn't happen, but the Dementor makes you lose 2 health, so you are stunned.
Right.
And stunning means you discard all tokens that you may potentially have, and half the cards in your hand, rounded. I can't never remember his up or down. But basically, you've got 3 cards.
Yes.
So you'd lose 1 card. And then we'd add a skull to the location. Now, that does trigger Draco's ability, that you'd lose 2 health, but you're already stunned, so you can't lose any more.
Okay.
So you now only have 2 cards to play, unfortunately.
Okay.
But the good news is, at the end of your turn, your health will go straight back up to 10.
Oh. Okay, I'll play this, which is gain 1 lightning bolt. Remove from one of these from the location.
And what
which
happens?
each time this is removed from the location, all heroes gain 1 life.
Boom.
So is that stopping me being from stunned?
No, you are still stunned, and there's no point
Okay.
boosting you back up to 1 because you're about to go back up to 10 at the end of this
Then it
turn.
says choose 1, gain 2 of these tokens, 2 coins, or draw a card. Now I know that all my cards in there are starting cards.
And there's nothing here worth 2 coins.
Is there nothing there?
Worth 2 coins.
So I might as well just
draw a
draw
card.
a card, which gives me a coin.
Boo.
So basically that's useless.
Boo. But you do have 1 lightning to give to the Dementor, so he's now got 2 health remaining.
So it's now your turn. 2, 3,
Right.
4, 5.
Oh my word. Add 2 skulls to the location.
Oh dear.
Each time a skull is added to the location, the active hero loses 2 health. Well, that is pretty poor. I am effectively stunned. And there's no point you doing anything, because if you prevented me getting...
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't bother. Let me get stunned.
Oh, I like it stunned.
Do you know what? I'm stunned.
Stunning.
Yeah. I'm already stunned, so I don't lose any more health.
Well,
So I've got 2
Do you get
Alohomora cards.
Which you get stunned quite a lot in this game.
Yeah. And then my Spectre Specs, which gets me a further coin. And I get to look at the top Dark Arts card. All heroes that have 3 or more spells in their hand lose 1 health.
I have got more than 3.
Yeah. Lose 1 health. You're about to go back. Oh, you're on 10
4.
now.
All right.
I say, out of all the types of cards that are in there, that's not too bad, so we'll keep it there.
So how many have you got? 2,
So I've
4, 6. So you need to do 2 more there.
3 coins. I'm going to get the crystal ball. Right, over to you.
Okay, so I turn this over. It says all heroes that have lose more of them. Right, so
Just about to find out for me.
I lose 1 life. I also have the cloak of invisibility, which
Ooh, I
means
do not have free spells, so I don't lose any health.
right. I have got 3 health, so I would lose 1 each time. He doesn't activate.
activate, but you
All
do.
heroes loses 2, but I've got the cloak of
No,
invisibility.
just the active hero. Just you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Active hero loses 2 life, but I got the cloak of invisibility, so I only
Just
lose
the
1
1
life. So I gain 1 of those. I've got Hedwig. Get 1 of these.
Yeah.
Let's just chuck him straight on there. And then I've got another 3 of those.
So you got 4 coins altogether?
4 coins. I like the way that they actually keep.
Any of these 3? 1 lightning and a card.
They're
1
both
lightning
the
card,
same.
so they are both the same. And then that one is either 2 cards or either 2 coins or draw a card.
I'll go for that.
Attack! Attack! Attack!
I think in this game you really do. Some games you need to deck builders. You want to acquire a lot of cards that allow you to acquire a lot of cards. This one doesn't lend itself to that.
All heroes get a detention.
Oh,
Detention is bad. And the detention gets put into your discard pile. Now, detentions are very similar to wounds in the Marvel Legendary game.
Except people haven't played.
They are a complete waste of your hand. So
they're deck cloggers.
They are. So I've got Dobby the House Elf, who lets us remove a skull from a location. And I think that even
time one is removed. Oh, so you gain a health.
Well, I'm on 10 anyway, so that's fine.
Ooh, I'm on 10.
Crumplehorn, Snorkak, choose one. Gain a lightning or 2 health. Well, I've got full health anyway, so let's go attack, attack, attack. So he's definitely out of the runnings, so we'll resolve him in a minute.
Did you lose 2 health when active hero?
Oh, do you know what? I probably should have done.
Yes.
Yeah.
But because you remove one of those, you're getting 1 life back.
Thanks for the reminder.
God, you're the one who's played this more than I
Gain a
have.
lightning, I'll give it to him. All heroes gain a heart. From Rubius Hagrid.
Okay, I'm back to full health.
Gain a coin. Look at the top that's card. Oh, that's a bad one. I'll get rid of that.
What's that?
Active hero loses 2 health, and then everyone else loses 1.
Oh.
And then I'm playing my Essence of Dittany. Any one hero gains 2 health, which unfortunately is wasted because we're already on max. Now we managed to get rid of.
I feel sorry for Max. 2 people sat on him. I mean.
We managed to get rid of Dementor. He is no more. So all heroes gain 2 health, and we remove a skull from the location.
If all these skulls go, how do we beat this location?
No. It's basically the villains win if they take over all 3. So that's how the game wins. We win by going through all of these villains stack and then finally beating Lord Voldemort at the very end.
So when do these new ones come? So if these come up
if it's all full of skulls, then the enemies have managed to successfully take over that location. We discard it and onto the second one. And if we lose the third and final one, then we've lost the game.
Right. So we've got.
Right. So your Dark Arts card is
but Crabble and Doyle.
Crabble and Doyle. So add a skull to location, and then Draco's one kicks in, so you lose 2 health.
That's rude. Each time a Dark Arts event or villain causes a hero to discard a card, that hero loses 1 health. If we beat him, all heroes draw a card. That's... Okay, so it's me. So I've got 3...
Hello, Hamoras.
4.
So 4 coins.
4 coins. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4!
As a Quidditch gear, gain
lightning and health. And that would also benefit me because of my hat, wherever my hat is. I've got a hat somewhere. That means that if you've got Quidditch gear or a broom, at the same time I've got my hat in.
But there's also, I can spend 4. I gain the Incendio.
Yep.
Gain 1 and draw a card. So I want to go for that. I think. And I've got a Quidditch broom.
So we're just going to pause it there now. We've played for about 20 minutes or so, so hopefully it's given you a really good feel about how this particular deck builder for Harry Potter actually works. So you've actually seen us starting to attack a couple of villains. We've started to build up our deck with some really, really good cards. So we're slowly but surely managing to defeat the villains. If we kept on playing, we would eventually go through this whole stack and finally beat Lord Voldemort. Just to give you a bit of an idea as to who we would have come up against next. We would have come up against the Boggart, happily dressed as the funny version of Snape from the films. Scabbers, the werewolf, who needs coins as well as a lightning to attack him, so he's a bit tricky. Then Peter Pettigrew, and finally Lord Voldemort at the end. Oh, I'm sorry we ran out of time, but thanks for watching us play that game. Now, if you'd like to know what we actually thought of this game, then please check out our other accompanying review video. See you soon.